Offering a hemorrhage control course is really important.
We see everything with stabbings through to attacks to car crashes, so definitely hemorrhage control is something that's been missing from first aid training the last few years.
In today's world and just the way things are generally changing, it's massively important for everybody to know this, not just the emergency services, but also the everyday Joe.
It'll be the staff on the ground, security staff or customer service staff that will be dealing with casualties in those vital 1 to 3 minutes to keep people alive.
Something that stands out is probably the delivery of the course. Everybody is allowed to offer their own personal dealings with different types of trauma that they've had, which obviously then develops you even further because you're learning about different incidents and different ways that people have used tourniquets or haemostats or just pressure on wounds to save people.
The practical as well as the talks that the instructor gives, I think it's delivered really, really well.
There's no major medical terms, so anybody would understand it and come away confident in the use of Celox and hemorrhage control.
I think hands-on training for the course is really important because it gives you an idea of exactly how these individual pieces of kit work.
You can't show people where they're making errors, or you can't show people a slightly better way of doing it without putting hands on, so practical is invaluable.
It makes things a bit more realistic and you can see how the product works as well.
You're using prosthetics here, you're using effects with bleeding coming out and stuff, so you're actually managing the stuff real time.
Getting your hands in there with the gloves on, getting the point of sort of bleeding there. You can't do that just by listening to a video or looking at this. You've actually got to get your hands on as much as a real life situation as you possibly can.
The product is great, it's cutting edge, and I've just been teaching all the O2 security staff and they're absolutely amazed with the product. They're amazed with the Celox program and the way it works.
Having seen what it actually does and the speed that it actually works, it's fundamental. We've got to start from this sort of point and move forward to get it across to the general public on all first aid courses.
It's straightforward. It's stop bleeding, save lives, and it's quick. It's not a hard course, you could teach it to anyone.
Even at a basic level, people understand what they can do to treat somebody that's bleeding, because at the end of the day it can save a massive amount of lives.